Happy freaking Saturday, everybody. It's 4 hours till midnight here in the Mile High City, and I am happy to be here. I'm happy because it's Saturday, baby. We worked all week for this. It's been a full week, and now it's here, the weekend, and you better enjoy it because it's here and then it's gone way too quickly. I am stoked. I am stoked on today because it feels like there's a lot of energy. It's summertime. And there's a lot of new knives coming out. There's a lot of stuff to check out. I can't keep my table clear. I've got so much stuff to make content on. I have the next episode of my Steel Snob series written out. It's written out. It's not scripted. It is written because I want to stay on topic. It's really easy for me to go off topic on those, but I can't get to it because there's so many knives to review. It's a good problem to have. I gotta say, what a great time to be a knife enthusiast. What a great time to be in the hobby. And shout out to those of you who are new to the hobby, who are tuning in tonight. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to Spartan kick the like button on the way in. Let's go. You know, just give it a little tappy tap. Help a fella out. Tell YouTube that we're live, baby. And I am excited to be here. So let's go ahead and shout out to Marco, first person in the chat, channel member. Greg Vanderlip right behind him. Good to see you, Greg. Bluetooth Blades in the house. Another channel member. Guys, if you haven't checked out Bluetooth Blades channel, make sure you do that. Go ahead and check him out. I got to say, I get comments all the time where people are like, I feel like such and such is a paid shill or blah, 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 blah. You have to check out the newer, smaller channels. You've got to. If you want to know where you can always find some really solid opinions, the small channels are definitely where you've got to go. I mean, after you check out mine. My channel's still relatively small. That's the fun part is that I get away with a lot of stuff because I'm not a huge channel yet. We're working on it. We're still on the road to 10,000 subscribers and on the highway to 100,000 subscribers. Whenever we get there, I have no idea. But it's going to be a great time along the way. Shout out to my man Jim Miller in the house. Another channel member. Addicted to Blades. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. All right. Roman M, good to see you. Let's see. I'm trying to catch everybody. Top Dog in the house. Channel mod, channel member. Oh, yeah. What's up, Top Dog? Good to see you, my man. All right. I'm trying to say hi to everybody. Greg says, smash the like button. This is Sparta! Let me be clear. You gotta Spartan kick that like button. That is the only way that you tell YouTube that not only are you here, but you actually enjoy what I talk about. Some people, let me tell you something that's kind of funny. Some people watch my channel just to troll me in the comment sections these days. And you know what? I knew this was going to happen when I released my response video to some of the negative comments that I got on my TRM Neutron 2. And there was a couple people that now religiously help me out in the comment section. And it's kind of funny, but I knew that was going to happen. It was going to happen. You can't make fun of people and then expect them not to hound you for it later. Shout out to Craig Vincent. Good to see you, man. He says, evening all, and the sheriff of all things sharp and shiny, a.k.a. Robo Strop, a.k.a. Bo the Magnificent, a.k.a. the Magna Sparta, a.k.a. Rollshambo. Man, that is a hell of an intro, and I thought I had a good one today. All right. I'm almost caught up. I promise. I promise myself I will not monologue too much before saying hi to everybody in the chat. Hey, shout out to Chris Warris in the house. Good to see you, man. Dean Griffin, another channel member. All right, guys. And just like that, baby, we are caught up. Did you see my picture in the waiting screen before we went live? This is such a good fixed blade. The Axial Alpine V2. And I've been carrying it a whole lot. I've got the pull the dot loops on here because I love carrying it scout carry style. One of the things, like I carried so religiously for the last week and a half, I've carried this fixed blade every single day, as well as a folding knife of some kind. And I wanted to see on my way down to my pocket, is there any reason why I would pass by this knife? And the answer so far has been no. When I made my video on this, I said, this is a fixed blade that could potentially replace a folding knife for a lot of people because it has amazing cutting geometry. It's magna cut blade, titanium handle scales. So it's premium materials that you don't typically find on a fixed blade. So at no point during the last 10 days have I found a reason to not use this and to use my folding knife instead. You know, I'm impressed, guys. I need to do a follow-up video on this, comparing it with other fixed blades that I've gotten in recently, because I think that it's worth talking about. American made, magna cut, titanium, under $300. What can I say? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time to be a fan of the cutlery. Hey, welcome into Lone Star Talboy. Good to see you, man. He says, troll drama, bend over, I'm driving. Keep your eyes on the road, Lone Star. Hey, welcome into to Kevin C. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Jim Miller says, told you'd love an EDC fix. You were right, Jim. You know, and in case the people in your life haven't told you this enough recently, you're right. You can take that to the bank. Jim's got good advice. Chris says, just got one of my grails, a PM2 Tanso, along with a Spy Opera. Pretty good day for me. Damn. Nice, man. That's a great pickup right there. So I've been perusing, right? There is Spydercos, new Spydercos, or should I say, you know, new versions of old Spydercos that have hit the market. And you know what? I'll just pull it up. Hold on. I'm going to go here on the screen and I'll share with you guys. Hold the phone. All right. So 3, 2, 1, there we go. And everybody probably thinks I'm talking about the Bodacious, right? The Bodacious, the Spyderco Shaman 2, which is at least on DLT currently sold out, although you can get it on NC Blade if you want one. The whole community, or at least most of the community, has been saying, Spyderco, what are you doing? $260, $280 for the black version? Are you out of your mind? We've been screaming it from the mountaintops. And then Spyderco also said, oh, you think the Bodacious is too expensive? Hold my beer, because if you look for the Sage 5 that we were all really excited to hear about, that's going to be coming out in Rex 121. Check this out, okay? G10, $300. I mean, it is Rex 121, but we've got basically a paper clip, pocket clip, G10, and then Rex 121. And then I realized, you know what it is? Spyderco is standing in solidarity with benchmade. You know what? If benchmade can sell the Narrows for $500, is a steal, right? But don't you worry, because if you don't like this price, you can get the lightweight version. The lightweight version is less expensive, coming in at $255. Yeah. Now, these haven't been released yet. Yes, it says out of stock, but it's out of stock because they haven't been released yet. And man, I gotta say, Spyderco, what happened to you? What happened to you? And don't tell me that it's just because it's an exclusive. You know what this is? Spyderco is very much aware. They are very, very much aware that it doesn't matter what they list this at, because Spyderco, like benchmade, has a core group of people that are hardcore collectors that will buy the same knife 20 times, just give them a different blade steel. And there is no way that these hardcore collectors are going to pass up on a new version of an old knife from Spyderco simply because it costs more money, because they'll find some way to justify it. I hate to say it. I'm gonna find some way to justify that, because I think that that's pretty damn cool. Will I get the G10 version for 300? Probably not. But damn it if they don't have my money at 255. And I know that I'll be overpaying for that, guys. I know. Here's the squeeze. There is so few knives out there that are readily available on the market in Rex 121. It's kind of like, if you want the knife, the unobtainium steel, you have to pay the piper. I just thought I'd share that little bit with you guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and check in on the chat and see what everyone is up to. Do my eyes deceive me, or do we have Javon in the house? What's good, Javon? Good to see you. Javon is a knife flicking legend. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you do that. It's good stuff over there. Welcome into Dean Griffin. Oh, Dean, I already said hi. And I know I did because I'm looking at that gorgeous car of yours once again. I just wanted another reason to look at that profile picture. Love a good Corvette. Lone Star says, any juicy drama, nothing within earshot so far. I don't have juicy drama today. I really don't. The juicy drama is that Spyderco is slowly raising their prices in solidarity with Benchmade. And when I say within solidarity, I don't mean that they're friends. They're not. But what they're doing is I'm positive that Spyderco is looking at this and they're saying to themselves, we have an opportunity here. Benchmade, renowned American knife manufacturer, core group. The reason why they're getting so much flack is because we are keeping our prices on most of our lineup relatively within the same range that we always have. But if we stand solid and we stand pat and we raise our own prices, we can stay underneath Benchmade, still make more money. I know that this is what's happening, because you can't tell, like, Spyderco for years has said that they have a fixed cost on what things cost to make, and so that they don't become victim to inflation because of how they have things set up. Either that is bullshit, or they see an opportunity to raise their prices, still undercut Benchmade, and make some extra money. But they'll probably get mine on that Sage 5, I'll tell you what. Bluetooth Blades says, Javon, I should call you brother because I am probably as old as you. Dean Griffin says, they're smoking glue. John Blackman says, hey, Shambo, thinking about getting a Leatherman Charge TTI. I'll be honest, I'm not really big into the multi-tools. That's not my jam. My idea of a multi-tool is taking a knife and making it a multi-tool. Like, did you know that a budget knife can be a pry bar, can also be a flathead screwdriver, can also be a Phillips head screwdriver? Yeah. Budget knives, great for that. There's your multi-tool. That's my multi-tool. I've been thinking about getting one though. Let's see here so that we can put some context to this. Leatherman Charge. And I know I still need to put it up on the screen. So boom, here we go. Leatherman Charge TTI. All right, let's see what John's checking out here. $200, but you know what? You pay for that with Leatherman. They're not cheap, but they're also not cheaply made. All right, show me more. Show me more. $200. Now, I'm assuming that this is the MSRP price and that you could probably get these for a little bit cheaper. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to check on that. You get some needle nose pliers, some regular pliers, premium replaceable wire cutters, electrical crimper, wire stripper, S30V knife, cool, 420 HC serrated knife, a saw, a spring action scissors, cutting hook, a ruler, a can opener, a bottle opener, and a wood metal file. Wait, there's more. A diamond coated file, large bit driver, small bit driver, and a medium screwdriver. That's a whole toolbox in one. It's a whole toolbox. All right. So it's got titanium handles, S30V knife steel. That's why it's expensive. Of course that's why. And it's probably made here in the United States, I'm sure. Right? Yeah. Every product that leaves our factory in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, so American-made titanium S30V and an entire toolbox. $200 actually is not a bad deal. Even if that's the going price and not just the MSRP, that's actually a pretty good deal considering the materials you get, the quality of craftsmanship that Leatherman is known for. I don't need all those tools. I don't. Which is why I don't carry a Leatherman, to be honest with you. The one that I always hear people talk about is this guy, the Leatherman Surge, for like $150. Does this also have titanium? I don't think so. Yeah, this one's also a small toolbox in one. It's crazy talk, man. I think it's pretty cool. I think that if you have use for those tools on a daily basis, or if you just like to be a walking handyman, you know, if you like to be useful, you're over having coffee at a buddy's house, leg of the table is a little bit loose, you got it. I can see a lot of people using these for work though. I personally don't have a whole lot of use case scenario for them, but if I did, I'd probably end up with the Leatherman. All right, so let's go back here to the chat, see what people are talking about. Bluetooth Blade says, nope, Rex 45 is good enough for me at 129. Yeah, no, look, all of the steels that Spyderco uses are definitely more than serviceable in most scenarios, okay? Spyderco makes 8CR 13 MOV look good because of the way that they heat treat it. You know, shout out to people who have tried an 8CR Spyderco and they know what I'm talking about. All of Spyderco's steels perform well. Even their S30V, which in the past has been known to be a little bit chippy, has great edge retention. Takes a really nice polished edge. Sam P says Spyderco's the new benchmade. There's still less benchmade than benchmade. Miranda says, no, I'm good on that. No $300 Sage 5 for me. Hey, Miranda, thanks for being a channel member. They don't have me at 300. They probably got me at the 255 mark. I was actually checking out some Sage 5 scale replacements, right? And one of the things that got me going, we'll go back here to DLT. Hold on. DLT. Okay. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we still have full liners on the lightweight model. I could have swore I read that somewhere. Nested skeletonized stainless steel liners. Okay. So theoretically, I'm curious as to whether or not you can actually put regular Sage 5 replacement scales on a Sage 5 lightweight, since these have a full skeletonized liner. Is it possible? I don't know. But I was looking, and I think Rips Garage Tech. Is it Rips Garage Tech that does these? Let's see. Sage 5. Sage 5 scales. I'm becoming a big fan of Rips Garage Tech, by the way. They do some amazing work over there, and I think that they deserve all the credit in the world. Where were the scales? Was it these? It may have been these. Okay. Or, oh no. Okay. Yeah, it was these. So check this out. You can get these in a lot of different, well, at least you used to be able to get these in a lot of different options. You can get them in a fingerprint scale option. Crazy talk. Just crazy talk. Look at that. I would probably end up going for these. I think those probably look the best. One of the things that I would have to do is I'd have to get a wire pocket clip replacement, because wire pocket clips just look cheap. They function really well. If you are tired of, you know, busting up the seam of your pants pocket, then yeah, a wire pocket clip is for you. But if you don't like the idea of a paper clip on what is essentially going to be, you know, $255 plus this, make that a $400 knife before you even put on the pocket clip, it can't be a cheap wire clip. So I'm wondering, will the lightweight Sage 5 fit in the regular Sage 5 scales from Rip's Garage Tech? I wonder. It says that it's for the original G10 stock knife, but I wonder. Now, titanium. There is another option, and at first I was a little bummed because this option right here is not made in America, but these scales look really good. Check this out, guys. Check this out. The Parsons Bladeworks scales. You got to be kidding me. And here's the thing. Yes, they're not made in the US, but neither is the Sage 5. So in my opinion, it's fair game because these scales look next level. And you've got so many options. Check this out. And they're reasonably priced too. Because it's not made in America, I don't feel like I need to stay as faithful to the Made in America theme. But check this out. The fluted titanium ripple. These will work for the lightweight. This is guaranteed. So I kind of want to do these scales on this knife. Am I crazy for wanting to do this? Probably. Probably. But I love the way those looks. Those look fantastic. Just like your iPhone, designed in California, made in China. If it's good enough for Apple, right? All right. Hey, welcome into Chris229. Thanks for being a channel member. Rob's Nerdy Knife says, hello, everyone. Yep, CPM Rex 121 is just expensive. It's more expensive than Maxman. It's not for everyone. I'd like one, but I bet they'll sell out as soon as possible. I bet you're right. I bet you they could put the lightweight version at $300 and the regular version at $400 and they would still sell out. I would wager any amount of money on that because the Spyderco collectors, the true blue Spyderco enthusiasts, will do crazy things to continue getting the same knives from Spyderco, but in a different steel. And I would love to say that I'm better than that, but I'm not. By no means. I'm a huge Spyderco fan, which is why I'm probably going to crumble and end up buying a Bodacious here at some point. Probably. But I'm having a hard time. The only reason why I haven't bought a Bodacious yet so far, because the Bodacious is as good of a talking point as one can ask for a channel. Like, Spyderco is not going to sponsor me. They're not going to send me a review sample. I could literally walk down the street, knock on, you know, Eric Glesser's door and be like, hey, send me a sample. And they'd just laugh at me. But it's a relevant talking point. So I can justify it. However, what I don't want to do, because if you were to offer me, would you rather have a lightweight Sage 5 or a Bodacious? I already have a Shaman, so I'd much rather have the Sage 5, especially in rare steel. So what I would hate to happen is for me to buy the Bodacious and then not have the money available when those Sages drop. And I've been checking every single day because I don't trust DLT to give me enough notice that they're there before they sell out. So I've been on top of it. I want the Sage 5 lightweight, and I want to put these Parsons Bladeworks scales on them. I don't know which one I'll go with yet. The Ripple looks fantastic. The fluted line looks fantastic. The Morph, I mean, all of these look great. They all look great. Call a spade a spade. Those look nice. Those are very nice. So, yeah. Anyways. Lone Star says brand loyalty and name recognition is enough to get the sales. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. For me, I just want one example in my collection of Spyderco Rex 121. That's it. I would prefer if it was a mule team, because I think that those are really cool knives to get when you can get them. But the odds of me getting that are pretty low. Dean Griffin says, I love my Sage 2. Other than that, they can have them. That's some resounding support there. Is the Sage 2 the one that had the bolt lock? Sage 2. And of course, they've been discontinued. No, it's a frame lock. Or was it the Sage 3? Spyderco made one. So, like, everyone knows the ball bearing lock from Spyderco. Extremely reliable, extremely durable. Not many people these days seem to talk about the Spyderco bolt lock, which, when put under a load bearing test by Blade HQ, actually withstood much more than the ball bearing lock. It's the bolt lock, Sage bolt lock. Hold on. Same idea as the ball bearing lock, but a bolt. It's the Sage 3. That's what it is. Yeah. Why they ever discontinued that lock, I have no idea. Was it not cost effective? Did they not sell well? I'm not entirely sure, but that locking type right there for the Sage 3 withstood the most punishment when put under a load bearing test. Do we need that? No, but we also don't need 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 knives. So the question of need is kind of irrelevant in my opinion. I just wish that they'd bring that back. Bring back the bolt lock. I want to see more knives with that. I would love that. Can anyone tell me why they got rid of it? Or was it just so they could make it relevant again 10 years later and sell them at twice the cost? Because I'd be willing to bet if they brought back any of their knives with the bolt lock, they could probably charge, 1.5 times that amount and people would still buy it. I guarantee it. Spyderco is on a pricing binge, no doubt. Welcome into Bill Doyle. Good to see you. Welcome into Ant. Paul Mills in the house. Neil McKenzie in the house as well. Welcome in, fellas. Good to see you. Dean says 2 is like the Chris Reeves. Well, it has the Chris Reeves integral lock, right? Dean Griffin says 3 looks interesting. I'll watch the secondary market. I mean, can you find these anywhere? Can you find a Sage 3 anywhere? Spyderco. Let's see. Spyderco Sage 3. Show me the money. I mean, it was a long shot. I knew they weren't going to have it at Blade HQ, obviously. Review of the Spyderco Sage 3 back from 2011. Did I mention that it's an old knife? If you could find one, and you're a collector, because this is the only reason why I would buy one, is if you are a collector and you appreciate Spyderco history, check out a Sage 3 with the bolt action. Those are not common. For sale. Sage 5, Sage 5, Sage 5. Sage 5. Okay, I get it. I get it. But look, you can get a Maximit, which is, kind of like Rex 121's little brother. Still sharp. FRN 246 over at Deadwood. 266 for a Sage 1. Crazy town. Yeah, there's still a handful of these Sage 1s out there, which I thought was kind of crazy. But 196 for 246 lightweight. Okay. All right. Anyways, stupid Spyderco. You're gonna take my money on that one. $246 for the lightweight and Maximate. Yep. I mean, maybe I should just scratch the itch with the Maximate version. Maybe. But you can get Spyderco Maximate at any time. At any time. You know what you can't get? Rex 121 at any time. While we're here, let's see if they've got any drops coming up. I haven't checked them today. Here we go. The Benny dropped, and are they still available? Yeah. Yeah, they're still available. It doesn't look like they've sold out yet. Whether due to overstocking or unpopularity, I have no idea. I think what happened on this one, I think this was a risky one for Jack Wolf to do a manual version on because it is similar looking to the Gunslinger. So many people that wanted this already got it in the Gunslinger. Now, Jack Wolf has a very staunch following, so I know that they definitely sold some. But if I had to guess why these are not selling out right now, it is because it looks very similar to the Gunslinger, and a lot of people that already bought it are going to say, why? I've already got a Gunslinger. It's close enough for government work. Just my thoughts. What about if we were to go over to good old White Mountain Knives? I haven't checked these sites out today, so we're going to do some window shopping together. Coming soon. Wow, White Mountain Knives has really reduced this. Arriving in the fall, they've got the Kaiser Momo in Purple Haze. It's like a folding chef knife. And then the Civivi Cloud Peak Fixed Blade. I'm not really interested in that, to be honest. Let's see what is new. What's new over at White Mountain Knives? The Beg Knives Galaxy Black G10. Okay. The Beg Diamici in brown wood. Got some concepts on there. Okay, so now this is interesting to me. Check this out. The Harns Quinlan Blue G10 Crazy Town looking knife. I bet that's got to be super slicey behind the edge. $50 D2. But check that out. Is it just me or does that look clean? Full G10 build with G10 backspacer, steel pocket clip. But that is interesting. I've never heard of Harns Quinlan, however you say it. All right, show me something interesting. Show me something interesting. What is this? No comment. All right. Why do I feel like I'm being let down here? That is such a bummer. Okay. Well, I'm done window shopping. That was depressing. That was very depressing. Chat, help me out. What's going on? Hey, shout out to Bluminati Ninja. Good to see you, man. You're my boy, Blue. Good to see you. And welcome in to JD for EDC. He says, just save some money and get a Kaiser mini grouper. You know that's on my list. I am such a big fan of alternative styles to regular button locks. We should phase out plunge lock designs entirely. I can't think of a single reason why you should rather have a plunge lock button lock than a button lock compression style or a button actuated liner lock or a button actuated frame lock. I can't think of a single good reason why. I can't. They're not any more fidgety than any of the other options I listed. They're not any more reliable. They're not any more, they don't hold up under weight bearing tests as well. I can't think of a single reason why. And you can't tell me that it's cost related either, because liner locks are super cheap. Add a button, call it a day. We should phase out plunge lock designs. Now, I don't hate regular button lock, plunge lock knives. I just think that we should move as a community towards something that's better. Bluetooth says the hunt is the reason for the season. I agree. Miranda says, Spyderco, make a 15V pair of 3, please. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a good call. All right. Jim Miller says, gave $350 for a Sage 1 Maximate and a swayback at Blade Show from Spyderco. Nice. Nice pickup, man. Dean says, I'm thinking about selling my gunslinger and grabbing one. On the Jack Wolf Knives, the Benny. Will S says, they need a Sage in DLC coated blade and compression lock. I would be forcing them to take my money. Have they made one and I just haven't noticed? A DLC and compression? I mean, the internet will tell us. DLC Sage. Sage 5? Can you get a DLC Sage 5? So the answer is yes and no. Here's one that was discontinued, Sage 5 lightweight with DLC and compression. $164, which means that's probably what, a few years old by now. Yeah, a few years old. Back in 2022. Okay. What about Amazon? I'm not going down this road again. I know. There's a ton of knockoffs on Amazon. But we're on the hunt. We're going to see if we can find Will S. his DLC coated Sage. It's got to be out there. It's got to be out there. The Knife Joker. Sold out. Damn it. Oh, it's not even DLC. All right. So I think you probably could. It'd probably be an exclusive of some kind, and it'd probably sell relatively quickly. I'm not huge on getting one in DLC. I think I'd be fine with the regular finish. But tell you what, guys, while we're doing the screen share, let's go ahead and see what everyone carried today. So here we are in the members only Discord. If you are a channel member, make sure to check out the channel members only Discord. It's a good time. We share pocket checks. We hang out and chat. You can post your knives for sale in the knife yard sale. You can check out the Steel Snobs knife steel comparison tool, which I have put in here. Everyone asks me if they can have it. Well, here it is. It's in the members only Discord. So if you're interested in that, check it out, channel members. It's there for you. Also, I have started listing my known discount codes. So if you want to know what all places that I have discount codes for, that is also in the Discord. But for now, let's go ahead and see what people were carrying today. When we're starting off with Mark P. What is that? What is that? That is a TRM Neutron in lizard skin titanium. I've got to say, I think that the lizard skin titanium scales that TRM does looks the best on the Neutron. Yes, they make lizard skin for the Atom, and yeah, they also did it for the Shadow, and I think they also did it for the Holy Nerd, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken on that last one. But none of them look as good as it does on the Neutron. The way that the diamond patterning fades into that really tiny milling on those contoured scales is something that is next level. Not to say that I don't want an Atom in lizard skin titanium. I absolutely do. But that is gorgeous. I love mine. I forced myself to put mine in the display case because I was carrying it so much that the black on one of the screws was starting to wear off. And so now I've got 3 black screws and one almost black screw on my black and silver Neutron tool. So yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. El Cap Addicts coming in hot with the Benchmade Narrows, cutting a banana. I'm here for it. And One Sneaky Bee's got the Neutron. Excuse me, that's not the Neutron. That's got to be right. That's got to be the Atom. And I can tell because of the lizard skin titanium scales look different than it does on the Neutron. Plus a really good looking chef's knife. Look at that. Nice. Jim Miller's coming in hot with both NAF landers and a minimalist buoy. Buoy, whatever. And more great background. Always sharing the great scenery. And today it's blue. Kaleidoscope of Knives carried the Custom Knife Factory Evo. What is that? The Evo 4 Tanto. And then that is the Luft. Right? It's Luft Designs RWB. Pretty sure. Dazed, he's got... I don't know that one. Sir, you have stumped me. Which knife is that? I don't know which knife that is. I feel like I probably should. All right, let's check this out. Okay, so we've got the Lizard Skin Atom. We've got the civivi Vision FG. We've got an Oz Roosevelt. And then we've got the Kaiser Militar, the Riot XOU, and what looks like a couple tactile turn pens. Did I get 100%? I may have messed up on those pens. They don't count. Chris Ware's got the Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight. I know that Kaiser knife too. I know that Kaiser knife, but it's skipping my mind at the moment. And then a fixed blade that I am not familiar with. Drinkwater's got the Spyderco Shaman with rock scale design scales. Nice choice. And then a Spyderco McBee. That's a great carry right there. I approve. Craig Vincent. He's got the screenshot. He's got the screenshot. All right, let's check it out. He's got the CJRB lightweight pyrite. And then he's got me in the background. Well done, sir. And then, of course, his usual plethora of extra knives. Although it looks like kind of a light carry for you today, Craig. We've only got 3, 6, and then 7. We've only got 7 knives today. I'm disappointed. Ooh, Eddie. What is that? That looks so good. Radial. That's the radial frag Oz Roosevelt. That's on my list. I want an Oz Roosevelt, but I don't want to be the chump that just buys whichever one is available on Knife Swap. I want one with the radial milling. The radial milling is definitely the way to go in my opinion. Looks so good. And then what are these scales? Who made those? Look at that. Look at that. Is that milled titanium? Hold on. That looks gorgeous. Who did those scales? Is that milled titanium or is that like a fantastic? Eddie. That is both of those. Both of those are sweet. All right. Well, thank you to everybody for sharing your pocket checks today. If you want to know what I carried today, I carried the Axial Alpine V2. Love this little fixed blade. It's fantastic for the EDC carry. And then, of course, I carried another knife. That would be the Peachy G9 utility cutter. And yes, I realize that I have not reviewed this yet. I've had this knife solidly since before the 4th of July, and I have not reviewed it yet. That's how far behind I am on stuff that's on my desk that needs to get reviewed. The Peachy G9, just wait, guys, it's good. All right, so let's go ahead and catch up. The chat has probably gotten away from us. Hey, Pocket Razors, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Welcome into Louie as well. Miranda Hastings says, if Jack Wolf drops a locking cyborg jack, it's game on. I would agree with that, actually. I think the cyborg jack is probably one of the best looking blade shapes that he does. Paul Mills says, that's the Evo 3 for me today. Very nice. I thought it was the Evo 4. Apparently, I was mistaken. Raccoon Tactical says, Adam by the looks. I would say so. Louis says, nice, Paul. I love mine. I bought the Kunwu to compare them, and the Evo kicks its butt. Are we talking about the difference between the Padre and the Evo? I probably missed somebody's chat somewhere. Mr. Eddie says, that's the Roosevelt. Yeah, the Oz Rosie. That's what I said, wasn't it? Isn't that what I said? Maybe I said something different. He says 17 EDC titanium scales with copper nickel inlays and a hideaway bottle opener as a backspace. That's pretty sweet. 17 EDC. Is that a... Okay, 17 EDC Spyderco scales. Does Good Screw make those scales? Hot damn, they do. Good Screw. Listen, I love Good Screw. I use this driver all the time. A lot of people think that this is just way too much for a driver. You know, these titanium drivers are often too expensive for most people, but they do quality manufacturing over there. What is this? 17 EDC. All right. 60 bucks. The Paraslide backspace. That's pretty sweet. How did I miss these? Sterling Silver Edition. 200. Okay, let's check this out. 280 bucks for the limited Sterling Silver. Made with 925 Sterling Silver. What? One does not simply acquire these scales for their knife. One acquires the knife specifically for these scales. Using aviation grade TC21 titanium alloy for the scale base, and the frame gives it exceptional strength to weight ratio, maintaining structural integrity. Precision casting of 92.5% pure silver is used to create a timeless weave reminiscent of ancient armor. These intricately cast elements are seamlessly integrated into the titanium alloy base using jewelry-grade inlay techniques. Elevate your pair too from a great knife to grand status symbol of envy. I mean, look, I love titanium aftermarket scales for my knives, but none of them are made of sterling silver. Sterling silver inlay? Are you kidding me? You want to talk about pocket jewelry? What in the world? Oh, they need to get rid of that stock pocket clip though. It's like we've got one of the world's best blade shapes done by Spyderco. We've got literally sterling silver titanium handle scales, and then we got the stock and trade McDonald's cheeseburger level pocket clip. You mean to tell me you went through all of that? The jewelry grade inlay engraving techniques and whatnot to put on the cheap Spyderco clip For shame. For shame. Upgrade that clip immediately. I need to reach out to them. Is that a custom lanyard stopper? Or do those come... Wait, hold on. We need to go back. All right. Lanyard hole. Okay, they do benchmade scales too. I'm sorry, benchmade fans. These scales have nothing on the Spyderco scales. They got nothing. So this is the one that Mr. Eddie's got. The Cuppernickel. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Cuppernickel. What is Cuppernickel? All right. We've gone down the rabbit hole. Bear with me. What is Cuppernickel? It's an alloy of copper and nickel. Should have guessed. Especially in the proportions 3:1 as used in silver coins. If you didn't know, now you know. You know, I was fine. I felt like, you know what? I've modified several Spydercos recently. I can put the modifications on the back burner. And then Mr. Eddie has to show up with these scales. $280, but you actually get sterling silver inlay. Oh, that is literally pocket jewelry. That's what it is. That is what it is. Now, what I'm curious about is in the pictures, it shows these lanyard stoppers, but I don't see the lanyard stoppers anywhere on here. More coming soon. All right. We'll see. We'll see. This is a very expensive rabbit hole to go down. It's the Kaiser Mini Roach. I knew it. I knew that I know that. It skipped over my tongue. Ex-Sailor says, is CKF made in Russia or China? Both. I believe what happens with Custom Knife Factory is that the pieces are machined in China and then they're shipped to Russia and assembled. And then sent to NC Blade to be sold to you. You were so close, weren't you? You're like, oh, we'll go with the Cuppernickel. $280 is not cheap for scales. Louis says these are cheaper than RG Customs Para 3 scales. They are. They're also not contoured though. And they're not made here in the United States. I guarantee it. I'm pretty sure that those from Good Screw are made in China. I'd be very shocked if they weren't. The card knife. What is this? Does it just have sharpened edges or what? It's a titanium knife because it's made out of titanium. Titanium doesn't actually make great knife material. But in a pinch, you need to open something. There you go. Put it in your wallet. I don't think I'm sold on that, to be completely honest. But the Para 3 slide backspacer, that's sweet. I'll tell you why I don't need that, though. I don't need that because I've got the Emerson Edition Paramilitary 2, and not only is this a pocket wave, you guessed it, you could also use it as a bottle opener. I've tested it, verified. So I've got that part covered at least. At least I don't need the backspacer. Although I think that it is pretty cool that it slides out and you can do the whole bottle opener thing with it. That is pretty cool. They got something going on over there at Good Screw. Let me make this clear. Nobody needs these scales, but I think that everybody kind of wants them, right? They are cheaper than RG Custom Metalworks, and they're both titanium and sterling silver, but they're not contoured. And they're not made in the United States, which I'm guessing is probably why you'd spend more on the RG Custom Metalworks. I guess the benchmade scales look all right too. They just don't look as they don't look as crazy as these. They're also cheaper for once. Amazing. I'll tell you what I do want to do though. Speaking of contoured scales, if you go to Rock Scale Design, huge shout out to the guys over at Rock Scale Design. Check this out. You can get the mollusk scales, which are contoured scales for the benchmade Osborne 940. Look at these. Look at these beautiful contoured scales. $210 made here in the United States. Also cheaper than the RG Custom Para 3 scales. The downside is you spend way more on on the knife. At least I think you do. How much do benchmade 940s go for these days? Benchmade 940s. Benchmade 940s. Not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's an older model. What if you go with one from Benchmade? You can get the S30V model for $240. Didn't these used to be like $160, $180? They had to. But yeah, that's cool. The mollusk scales. Or excuse me, those are the hatch scales. These are the mollusk scales. Those look great. Lightweight contoured titanium scale complements the original design of the 940. $210. So that's an example of a contoured American-made titanium scale that is much, much less expensive than the ones from RG Custom Metalworks. Different knife, though. All right. So let's go ahead and check out the chat. Mr. Eddie said they came from Hong Kong, Rollshambo. I believe it. I believe it. I wonder if they're made in the same manufacturing plant as the good screwdrivers are. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Bluetooth Blade says, good screw makes good stuff. Yeah, no, I absolutely love this. This is the Poseidon Kiss 2.0 driver. This gets a lot of use. And it's also, like, I'm ashamed to say it, but I'm also kind of not. It's super fidgety. They win on the fidget factor of this driver, but it works so good. My suggestion, though, change out the bits to Weehaw bits. I think that's one that everybody knows. Welcome into Old Dominion EDC. Says, I'm waiting for them to restock their Sebenza scales. Wait a second. Hold up. I might actually have something for you here. When you say you're waiting for them to restock their Sebenza scales, you mean these? I have a show side good screw Sebenza scale. This is crazy too. I just don't have a Sebenza. So, you know, I was considering adding this to the to the pot for the EDC Mod Mayhem competition winner. Throwing this in there because I don't have a use for this. I don't have a Sebenza. But at the same time, they're beautiful scales. It's a single scale. It's a show side scale. Beautiful show side scale. At the same time, I kind of want to keep it and hold on to it just in case. Anyways, I can see why you'd want one because it's really cool. Mr. Eddie said, I posted the scales for the bug out on the Discord. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Looking good. Okay. Yeah, it does look good. I'll say this, though. It does not look nearly as good as the ones on your paramilitary 2. And that is a fact. Mr. Eddie says, I have a plain large Sebenza. I don't think this is for the large Sebenza. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it is for the large Sebenza. Yeah. Really cool scale. It's just it's a single show side scale. I don't know if you can get the detail in that shot, but it's pretty cool. Alrighty. All right, guys, we're going to kill the noise because it is about that time. It is about that time. Old Dominion EDC says, I'll trade you my Shepherd CC show scale for it. I don't have a Sebenza. But I don't have a Sebenza. If you have a Shepherd CC scale for a knife that I do have, let's talk. But guys, it is about that time. These shows are an hour long because I like to keep them fresh. I like to keep them hot. And then we like to give you back your weekend and your weekdays. So I wanted to say thank you to all of you who tuned in on a Saturday evening. We are 1 hour closer to midnight and we all have things to do. So thank you so much. The next live stream will be Wednesday. And this is important. This is not my regular outro. The next live stream will be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That will not be a regular live stream. That will be the EDC Mod Mayhem live stream. So make sure you show up. It should be a good time. And if you can't make it, that's totally fine. I understand. Make sure you tune in after the fact. But that is when we are going to be doing the EDC Mod Mayhem competition. We'll be counting the votes. We'll be doing some voting. It'll be a good time. I should have some guests on the live stream. Duties, Daggers, and Knife Dope should be joining me. And it'll be a good time. We will pick a community bracket winner. And then, of course, you guys will pick a content creator winner. So I'm really excited about that. It's a month and a half in the making. And I'm really excited to see how good that turns out. So, guys, thank you so much. For some of you guys, I will see you soon. For everybody else, I'll see you later.